Hello everyone, welcome. My friends and I are from the Grammatical Semantics group, and we will discuss or explain about this topic. But before we get into the explanation, first I would like to introduce the members. There are Olga, Khairunnisa, Rachel, Chintami, Mutiara, and Devi as the moderator. Okay, now let's get into the explanation. The first one is about the definition, and it will be explained by Mutiara.
So, what is grammatical semantics? Grammatical semantics employs the same phrase structure principles as a synthetic grammar, but instead of using synthetic categories to categorize its elements, it uses terms of function or meaning. Speaking and other natural language systems typically use domain-specific semantic grammars. It also refers to the deciphering and application of verbal cues, visual cues, and phrase construction. The way we understand others, how well learners can grasp text, and even the choices they make as a result of their interpretations are all heavily influenced by semantics. The study of meaning in human languages has typically concentrated on the relationship between linguistic constructions and the things they refer to in the outside world. This concern has been the main motivation for the majority of formal semantics techniques. It has witnessed the development of a parallel interest in investigating the relationship between grammatical structure and meaning patterns, which has led to the quest for a narrow subset of meanings that interact with the grammatical system of human languages. It talks about how grammatically significant meanings must be represented, what their fundamental components should be, and how these representations interact with those of other facets of language structure.
Now we're moving to the examples. There are several examples which can be classified into grammatical semantics, which can be seen as follows regarding the words and their meanings. First, students of semantics examine the nuances of words like destination and final stop, which formally have the same meaning. Second, several terms share the meaning trait human, including father, doctor, infant, professor, widow, and aunt. In Indonesian, terms like hewan, including kucing, ikan, burung, and buaya. The next one is homonyms, which are separate words that have the same pronunciation but may or may not have the same spelling. For example, two, and two. In Indonesian, bisa means capable but also can be mean poison. And the last one is homographs, separate words that have the same spelling and possibly the same pronunciation. If so, they are also called homonyms. For example, pen can mean writing utensil but also can be means cage. In Indonesian, the word apple means fruit but also can be means rally.
Okay, now I will explain a little bit about morphosyntax. Morphosyntax is a branch of semantics, and it is a small part of grammatical semantics. It focuses on the different types of changes that we can do to words such as affixation, compounding, and reduplication.
Now, I will explain about affixation in grammatical semantics. What may have many meanings based on we add to them. For instance, if we add the prefix and to the word happy, it might become unhappy. In Indonesian, if we add the suffix and to the word lukis, it might become lukisan. What meanings are altered through affixes? Affix is the things that allow the word to change meaning. It's the thing that give us the new meaning.
So I will explain about reduplication. Talking about reduplication, it is a repetition. Reduplication can change new meanings without changing the original word. It is one of the alternatives available when creating sentences in the language. The process of reduplication is included in the category of grammatical semantics. Although this process is not the only way to change sentences, it can change sentence to have new meaning. For example, book. If interpreted, this is a book or one book, which means that this book is singular. Meanwhile, if there is an addition of as behind the book, the meaning changes to many books, which means that the addition of as changes the meaning from singular to plural. In Indonesian, the example is pepohonan. Pepohonan are derived from the reduplication of pohon-pohon. If what this means is only pohon, then it means only one tree or satu pohon. However, if what this means is trees atau pepohonan, then the meaning will change to an area which indicates that there are many trees there.
Now I will explain about compounding in grammatical semantics. The word fire truck is a combination of the words fire and truck. When we combine two words into one compound word, we get a new word with new meaning. The word fire truck means something different than the words fire and truck. It is also applies in Indonesian. For example, the word pra, which means before, plus sejarah, which means history, is combined into the word prasejarah, which means the period of time before written records.
Well, that's the end of our presentation from the Grammatical Semantics group. We really appreciate your attention. I hope you have learned something and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much.